Hi, hello everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Indie Beauty TV. I'm excited about this one. Today we're going to be talking about how your delivery experience can really make or break your business. Oh, hi Kathy. People don't normally come on so quickly. That has surprised me. So we're talking today about how your delivery experience is critical to the success of your business and how it can give you a real competitive edge if you start to think about it as well. And I always talk about this topic at this time of the year because in February, March time, I always go to the UK's biggest e-commerce delivery conference. And I go because I want to learn all the latest trends that are influencing it, and I want to find out how you can offer your customers some seriously incredible delivery experiences that put you right up there as market leaders. And gives you a really, really competitive edge. So Kathy, I can see you've joined us and you're saying it's perfect timing, this conversation for you right now. Well, I hope it's going to be for a lot of you actually. So please do ask questions throughout it. This is Indie Beauty TV. I'm here every week on a Thursday at 3 p.m, 3:30 on Instagram. It's live. Please ask questions, say hello, introduce yourselves. Even if you're not watching it live, please still ask questions and introduce yourselves. You just pop things in the comments below, tag me in and I'll get back to you. Okay, so I want to start the topic today, which is all about talking about how delivery experience can make or break your business, by introducing a little bit of psychology. I know, I feel a little bit highbrow when I do this. But have you ever heard of the peak end rule? I hadn't, not till a few weeks ago. However, when I heard it, I just thought it was brilliant because it illustrates something that I have been teaching brands for absolutely years now. So I want to tell you what the peak end rule is. So it's a psychological theory which I think comes out of the I can't remember whether it was 1970s or 1980s actually. And what it explains is that, I'm going to make sure I say this right. What it explains is that people judge and remember an experience largely by how it felt at its peak time and at its end. So that's why it's called the peak end rule. So I'll just repeat that. People remember and define their experience of something by how it made them feel at the time, the peak time of that experience, but also how they felt at the end of that experience. And what's really key here is the peak end rule applies whether that experience was overall a negative experience or overall a positive experience. It doesn't matter, how that experience was, even if it was negative. The only bits that define it really are what happened at its peak and, more importantly for us, what happens at its end. So even if it's a negative experience, if what happens at the end was positive, that can redefine that whole experience in the memory of that person, which is really, really interesting when you think about it. Hi Corin, lovely to see you, darling. So what does that really mean for you guys? What does that mean for beauty entrepreneurs sitting out there listening to Indie Beauty TV? Well, it means that when you really think about it, you can hack your customers' memory banks. That's a pretty freaky thought, isn't it? You can put time and effort into creating peak moments, which are incredible, and end moments that have serious wow factor. And if you do that, you can hack the memory of your customers. You can create these really special moments that stand out and dominate the experience and dominate the memory of your customers. And because the end experience is the part of that peak end rule, because the end of that experience is so special from a beauty brand perspective, the end of your experience is your delivery. That's a really, really important factor. And I've been teaching brands this for absolutely years now. So when I heard the peak end rule, I was like, yes, This makes sense. This makes sense. Your delivery is the last point in your customer's experience. And when you think about it, it's the only point in that customer experience where you as a brand physically touch your customer. So it's such a powerful moment. It's the point that your customer has waited for. The kind of peak time has been when they've been on the website and they've made the decision to buy it and they're excited. So what you do on your website is really cool, and how you manage that experience is really cool. But don't forget what happens at the end. That's actually the most exciting point for them. It's when that package comes through the door. It's when that doorbell rings and they open the door and there it is. It's when they open it up and unbox it. It's that whole experience of that delivery, and that's what they've been waiting for. That is the end in the peak end rule for you, and that makes it an incredibly powerful moment. And the thing is with brands is we often forget about that delivery experience. We don't give it much thought. It's just what happens at the end. Somebody buys a product, you deliver it, done. That's the bit done. So we often don't really give it much thought, and we certainly don't really think about crafting it into this really incredible experience. Imagine, now you know about the peak end rule, imagine what results you could get if you put serious investment, thought, and effort into crafting something totally awesome right at that end point. Just imagine the results that you can get. That's the point that you can turn your customers into repeat customers and even brand advocates. So there's a real, you can tell I'm excited about this. As a logistics geek with 16 years doing this, beauty logistics, this really excites me. And discovering the peak end rule illustrates and really puts into perspective how important that delivery point, what happens on that delivery day, is to your customers, and actually how it can be totally responsible for turning you into industry leaders, competitors, really good brands who get talked about on the internet, get recommended on Instagram stories. There's some serious power there. I tell you an industry that do the peak end rule really well, and you'll all have experienced this: restaurants. They do this really well. How often have you been out for dinner and you have an amazing dinner and you get to the end and they bring the bill, and with it is a whole line of shots or aperitifs, some ouzo or some sake or something like that. And you all have a drink, and the lasting memory, the end of their peak end rule, that end experience is that they gave you something for free. And that's the memory you walk away with. That's what you talk about on the Instagram story when you're recommending that restaurant. So restaurants do this a lot, and we should be doing this a lot. There is lots that you guys can be doing to craft this incredible end moment. So I've recently been to this conference, as I was saying, which is all about e-commerce delivery trends. It's headed up by or run by a company called Metapack, who are a big name. Don't want to bore you, but they're a big name in e-commerce logistics. And every year they do a big study into the attitudes of consumers in the e-commerce area, which is a fascinating study to those of us who geek out about it. I'm going to cut it short and pick one statistic out of it for the purposes of Indie Beauty TV, which I hope will really ring home how important this end delivery is to you. So in this recent survey, 61% of the consumers who were interviewed said that a positive delivery experience incentivized them to buy from a brand again. That's a massive figure, 61%. That's over half of your customers will return and buy from you if you provide them with the kind of delivery experience that they want and that they expect, and that even goes beyond that and adds a little bit of wow factor. So what I'm trying to get across to you today in Indie Beauty TV is that don't think about your delivery experience as just how you're going to get a delivery to your customers. Think about how you can add more, how you can delight, how you can exceed expectations, how you can create something which is absolutely exceptional. And then what you're able to do is you're able to hack the memory of your consumers, which turns them into repeat customers and even brand advocates. That's so powerful. And I think if I ask you all to put your hand up, how many people invest time and energy in thinking about how they're going to make their deliveries? I bet it's not many of you. Give me some ideas for those of you who are watching. Have any of you really given your delivery some thought? Have you really thought about how you can make a difference? And give me some, think about how you can add wow to it. Have any of you experienced any delivery sort of experiences which have wowed you? I bet not many of you have, because not many brands do this. If anybody has, add it into the comments, because I'd love to hear who it is who... Yes, says Kathy Bishop, yes. I mean, it's hard to think about any brands who really have wowed me in the delivery experience. I've not had anything that's particularly exceptional. So this is an area where you can really define your brand, and that's why it can make or break you. It can really add some value and wow factor. And it's an area which is massively neglected by most brands out there on the high street and on the e-commerce. So it's definitely an area where you can gain a competitive edge. Now, I know that how to add this wow factor, how to know what to put in to this wow factor delivery experience is a bit of a minefield if you are not really in the industry. And in fact, here comes the questions. Kathy, what kind of things can add wow? What things can really help you to stand out? Corin, do you mean fast shipping as well? I definitely mean fast shipping. That is definitely one of the trends, Corin, which is really, really important at the moment in e-commerce delivery. Fast, flexible delivery is one of the key things that you need to be able to add into your service. And it needs to be an available part of your service. And I know it's a bit of a minefield. It's really, really difficult to know exactly what you need to add in. And how you as brands that don't have huge volume of orders can access the sorts of services that add value. So I've been really busy and I'm so excited to announce that I am going to do my first pop-up masterclass of the year. I normally do about 4 of these a year, one every quarter. And my first one this year is going to be all about how to create wow factor customer experiences. There is no way on Indie Beauty TV I can go into the level of detail that you guys need to be able to pull this kind of thing together. So the first masterclass this year is going to be creating wow factor experiences. It's going to be on Tuesday, the 26th of March, and it's going to be from 2 o'clock in the afternoon till 4 o'clock in the afternoon UK time, 2 hours. And I am going to pack these 2 hours. Whew, are you ready? We're going to cover 3 main topics. First of all, I am going to take you through all the trends which are influencing e-commerce delivery right now. And I'm also going to give you a little bit of a sneaky peek about the trends that are coming in, because I want to give you the opportunity to start to think about trends that are, ahead. I want to give you the opportunity to get ahead of some of the other brands. So we're going to go deep diving on all the trends. We are then going to go through and look at using this massive global report, which looks into consumer attitudes to e-commerce. We are going to look at and identify the trends that are most important to your customers. And this is going to look at both domestic and international deliveries as well, and sort of the expectations, global expectations. So it will give you a real idea of what matters to your customers, and that will be filled with data and statistics without being boring, that will back that up. And then the final part of that 2 hours, we are going to look really, really closely at how you can actually deliver those services. What services are available, what providers are out there, what you can do for free, what you can access for a reasonable price. So there'll be huge amounts in there. We're going to pack it all into 2 hours. What you'll get is this will be done live. So you can join in live, which means you can bring all the questions that you've got, and there will be time for questions in there. It will be recorded. So if you can't join live, you can still buy access to it, and I will send you the recording to catch up, and you can email me questions afterwards. If you join live, you'll still get access to the recording, so you can rewatch, and you can keep that and replay that. And there'll also be a workbook that comes with the course as well that you can download and keep, which is full of all the main facts that you need to take away, plus suppliers and things like that that you'll be able to contact and work with. So the session is really about giving you everything that you need to know to help you develop these incredible wow factor delivery experiences that play to the peak end rule, that help you hack your customers' memory banks, and will give you a real competitive edge over over the other brands that are out there. So what I'm going to do is, I love it when people join in. Kathy, she's saying, I'm in, top stuff, sounds brilliant. It is, I'm really excited about this actually. I get to really release my inner geek, but from my point of view, it's an area which is so vastly neglected by brands, and it's an area which can make such a massive, massive difference to you. And there are so many innovative things that you can do out there to give your customers a real experience. And it's not just about the delivery experience. You can use the elements of your delivery experience in your content marketing. You can talk about these amazing services that you offer, and that can help persuade people to actually buy from you. It can be that final push over the line, which makes them think, do you know what, I am going to buy from them because that's that's something I really value, and they're offering me something that makes my life more convenient. It fits into my busy lifestyle, and I love the way they're thinking about me, and they're making their delivery about me, and they're putting me at the center of things. And you can talk about that in your marketing as well. So it doesn't just give you a competitive edge as far as the actual experience goes. It gives you a competitive edge in what you can talk about in your marketing. So I have got a page available where you can, I haven't told you how much it is, have I? Just realised I got so carried away, I've forgotten to tell you. It's only £35. I mean, £35 for 2 hours worth of incredible information that will help you totally transform your delivery experience and create something which is industry leading and stand out for you. It's an absolute bargain, a real bargain. So when I finished this broadcast, I am going to give me till 4 o'clock, because the moment I finish this one on here, I go over and do the same on Instagram live. So such good value. I know, Kathy, it is. What I love about doing masterclasses is because I can bring a lot of you together. I can offer things that are really, really, I don't want to say cheap price, but you know what I mean. But by bringing you together and doing it, it means I can give you, really provide you with great skills and information at a price that you can afford. And that's really the mission behind what I do. So I love that. Give me till 4 o'clock. I will be posting, as soon as I've finished doing the Instagram live version of Indie Beauty TV, I will put a link under this in Facebook to my sales page. Go and have a look at the course in more detail, and also you can then click through from there to PayPal and just pay. There are only going to be 20 spaces available, so if you want to do it, go and book your place today. When you've booked it, you'll get an email from me confirming all the details. But yeah, like I say, there's 20 places, so reserve your place fast. You guys are the first people to hear about it. Instagram Live, we'll be hearing about it in a few minutes' time. In Monday, it will go out to my email list as well. So there's going to be a succession of releases to all my favorite people and community. So book your place fairly quickly. Great. I think that's me. Has anybody got any questions out there? Hi, George. Just seeing you popping on there. We've just been talking, George, about delivery. And how you can create wow factor delivery experiences. You're going to have to watch it on replay though, or pop over to Instagram because I'm about to do it live over there as well. So, and also George, you're in Rockstars, so go and check out the hub because I'm talking about it in the hub as well. Because you guys in Rockstars, I've just been talking about a workshop that I'm putting on. But because you're in Rockstars, you get free access, George. Go over and have a look in the hub about that. So if you like what you hear, you don't need to buy it, Georgina, because you are in Rockstars and you get free access to all of my courses and pop-up stuff by being a member of that group mentor course. That's me for today. It has been an absolute pleasure. Give me a few minutes. Let me go and do Indie Beauty TV live on Instagram. Then come back here. You can join me over there again if you want. But at 4 o'clock, I will make sure that I put the link to PayPal and the sales page for this course and this workshop. Please sign up quick. 20 places only, £35. Oh my God, you will get so much value and it will really be an amazing, amazing course. Hello, Corinne. Lovely to see you. I'm just finishing up on here. Corinne, go over to Instagram Live and you can watch me over there because I'm just about to transfer over there and do Indie Beauty TV on there. So you can pop over there and watch it. Okay. It's been a pleasure as always. Thank you so much for turning up and joining in. I will be back next Thursday. I haven't worked out what I'm going to talk about next Thursday yet, but the following week, have I got a treat for you? I'm moving Indie Beauty TV to the Wednesday, and I don't know what date that is, so watch out. I guess it's actually, if my workshop is on the 26th, then that will be on the 27th, actually. I am going to be doing Indie Beauty TV with the wonderful, amazingly passionate Kirsty Mawhinney. She is going to come on and talk to you all about the Free From Skincare Awards. The deadline for that is sometime in April. Kirsty is going to come on. She's going to talk to you all about what the awards are for, what they stand for, how to enter, how they're judged. Isn't it funny that your phone always rings when you're doing this? So get that one in your diary. That will be Tuesday, that will be Wednesday the 27th, and I think it will be about 3 till 4, and it will be Kirsty Mawhinney here on Facebook talking Free From Skincare Awards. So that's going to be an awesome one for your diary as well. Okay, Corinne, you managed to listen to most of it, so that sounds awesome. Kathy, with Kirsty, it's going to be a great episode. As usual, they'll always be recorded and they'll be in my Facebook feed, so you can come back and find them at any time if you can't make it live. But there'll be loads of stuff going out on Facebook and Instagram about that to remind you about it nearer the time. I am going over to swap onto Instagram Live now. Give me half an hour, come back, and you will be able to buy and reserve your ticket for the workshop on how to create wow factor delivery experiences that get you repeat customers and brand advocates. Thank you so much for joining me. Mwah. Loads of indie hugs and love. See you soon. Bye.